Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today we are looking at a really cool one. It is the NECA Xenomorph Warrior from Alien Resurrection. Yeah, Alien Resurrection is not a great film, but it's got a really good warrior design, for sure. That's why they keep using it in promotional images. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I haven't reviewed an Alien or Predator or anything in a while, or even really a NECA. So I wanted to check that out. He's got a lot of cool articulation, bendy wire tail, which also rotates at the base. That's pretty nice. Very cool. In and out on the legs, forward and back, but they're kind of connected. They kind of move together, but you can hold one down and move the other. So that works. You've got kind of a double knee bend that also rotates on that upper joint, which is really cool. You can get a lot of good posing with that. And then there we go, it's just tight. There's a joint there, which can also rotate. Also remember, with NECAs, it's good to take a hair dryer to them to kind of loosen them up. Mine's plenty loose now, so he's good to go. A lot of movement on the feeties. With mine are kind of stuck. The toes go up and down there. This side does it better. That other side, I still can't get it to work. Oh well. Then you got nice torso movement. In and out on that arm. Forward and back. You've got a double elbow bend that also rotates. Mine's really loose for a NECA, but it rotates on each side of the joint. So it's got really good arm articulation, especially when you consider, this one's still a little tight. The forward and back on the wrist rotation, and finger articulation. I really like finger articulation. It makes for a lot of fun. Up and down on the head, side to side. A bit of a wobble. You know I like that wobble for posing. Mouth opens, which is a must on monster figures. And there is a secondary mouth that I'm pretty sure comes out, like extends out, like many of mine do. Many of my NECA aliens, but I can't get my fingers in there to get it. I can feel it moving around. I need like tweezers or something to pull that puppy out. So yeah, it doesn't want to come out, but I think that's more my little fingers, or my fingers are too big, actually, not little. But detail and paint is pretty good. The sculpt is really nice. It is a little warped, and it does get warped kind of easily. You see, I had it in kind of a unique pose, and you can see it really warped his back spindlies. This one needs to come up a little more, which once again, you know, you can heat it up and do it. The boiling water trick, where you dip it in boiling water and then hold it in the position you want and dip it and hold it in ice water. I gave that to a fellow collector at work recently, and she was like, "Oh my God, you just changed my life." I was like, "You haven't heard that before? You've been collecting for 20 years, girl." But, you know, it's okay. She's cool. But yeah, I really like that clear domed head, and it has these scuffs on the front. And at first I thought that was maybe a just mine kind of thing. But then my partner got the Ultimate Big Chap, and his also had those scuffs on the front. So I think that's just from being packaged poorly. I think a lot of Xenomorphs might have those scuffs, which is not good. This is an expensive kind of figure. I think I paid a little over 25 bucks for it in package at Target. That might not be entirely true. Did I have a gift card for this guy? There was a big batch of Alien and Predator figures I got with a gift card a while back, and I don't think this was part of it. Oh well. Anyway, now let's get to size comparisons. Now I have many things to compare him with, but first up, how about another Xenomorph with the Chrysalis Xenomorph here from an AVP arcade game. This is one of my favorite Xenomorphs, and I think they look really good together. You can tell they're definitely from different mediums, but still, I think he scales well with him, so he'll look good with your other kind of basic sized Xenomorphs from NECA. Also from NECA, you know you gotta show him with a Predator. This is the Armored Lost Predator, the older version that doesn't have as much articulation. I didn't really care to sell him and get the more articulated version, but I still think they look pretty good together. You know, when you bring these Xenomorphs up, they can be much taller than the Predators. So, I still think this works. And then you have our NECA Universal Monsters, which is one of my favorite things to collect right now. Here is the in-color Frankenstein. And the next review will probably also be a Universal Monster, but I'm not super sure. We have already reviewed Frankenstein, though.
Frankenstein's a monster.
I know. Relax. I think that works out. Man, can you imagine it impregnating Frankenstein's monster and it bursts out and it's like some kind of invincible Frankenstein Xenomorph, but it doesn't kill Frankenstein's monster because he's immortal, so he has to fight his alien son. I'm sorry, I think I just had the greatest idea of all time. Just casually at 11 p.m. Somebody make that. Fox, Disney, come on. Frankenstein's public domain, you can do that. Even if it was owned intellectual property, you'd probably have it anyway. That's sick. That's awesome. At least make it a non-canonical comic book. Holy shit. I'm really patting my own back there. Sorry. Anyway, how about another NECA? The Ultimate Pinhead. Very cool. I actually wrote a Hellraiser-esque one-shot for the Alien tabletop RPG. Pretty cool. Yeah, I really like Pinhead with him too. I adore this Pinhead figure. It's one of my favorite figures, so that's really good. Now, for some brands that aren't NECA, like the McFarlane Movie Maniacs Pumpkinhead. They famously look similar because they're both from Stan Winston Studios. They actually made Pumpkinhead this color because he was originally black, which they thought looked too much like the Xenomorph. They look great together. Really great. I wish the Movie Maniacs line was still horror stuff, but now it's like statues from all genres. And it's fine if McFarlane wants to make that, but don't give it the name of your previous horror line. That's just weird and confusing. They kiss because they're brothers. Anyway, let's move on to Diamond Select. They used to have Universal monsters like the mutant from This Island Earth, and they're from very different eras. Decades apart, but they still work scale-wise. This guy scales well with a lot of 7-inch monster figures. He really does. Now for something in a bit of a smaller scale, just so you can see it. How about the Jada Toys Invisible Man? It's a great figure, but maybe a little small. I could still see it kind of working if you had this guy on all fours, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's a little big. You could probably make it work with him on all fours, but maybe a monster art or something would work better with this guy, or maybe the Hayas? Are they smaller? I don't know. I only have the NECAs and the Walmart ones. The Walmart ones are in storage, so I can't show you, sorry. But all their reviews are up. If you want to see how they scale with NECAs, I have all of them reviewed. So yeah, he scales great with other like 6-inch monster, not 6-inch, 7-inch monster figures, and I'm really happy with this guy. You can still sometimes find him at Target. Maybe they'll re-release him again down the line. I think mine is a re-release technically, but hey, who knows, right? It's a pretty cool figure. I really enjoy it. I think it goes great in my collection. As you can see, I really love collecting these NECA Xenomorphs, really just collecting Xenomorphs in general. Alien is one of my favorite films of all time. Resurrection might not be, but the original is, and I just really love having a big ol' army of Xenomorphs. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll be seeing you all next time. Bye for now.